Well, hello, hello. This is Rosa, RCG Creations. How are you doing? Sorry I've been gone for a couple of days, but I was enjoying the Christmas holiday with family. We're going to be making, I need to make some pancake and waffle mix. Don't have enough. Got up, said, you know what? Excuse me, sorry about that. So, today is going to be a catch-up day for this past month of December, because you know December is pretty crazy for a lot of people because of the holidays and trying to do extra stuff that we normally don't do. So I'm going to be doing restocking and refilling whatever needs to get done. So, and I'm going to take it easy. Sadly, I got vertigo Christmas Eve day. It was, but wasn't very bad, but it was bad. So I was off Christmas Eve day, and I didn't do nothing but stay in bed because of the vertigo. Christmas Day, we went to my sister's. The morning was iffy. Then when it was time to leave, actually about an hour before, I started feeling so much better. So I told hubby, yeah, let's go to my sister's, because she had already planned for us to be there for the day. So I just basically just sat and watched. It didn't do anything because I let her know that I had vertigo, and so I didn't do anything. I just took it easy, and then come home Christmas Day, just sat on the couch, watched TV a little bit, took a little nap. The day after Christmas, got to go to work. But thank goodness I felt so much better. Yes, I still had little traces of the vertigo, a little bit of nauseousness, but I was able, thank goodness I got to work from home. So that really made a big difference. Then on Friday I went to work. It was okay, wasn't that great. And then Saturday I worked up great, fantastic on Saturday. So yesterday I got another mini little attack 2 days ago, not yesterday. And so I didn't do nothing but sit on the couch all day because my back was dying from all that laying down for so long, because I'm not used to that. So anyway, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. We'll see how long it does. And if you see me moving slowly, it's just because I'm taking it easy. Because anytime I move real suddenly, or especially if I've been down, woo, things start spinning. So anyway, let's get to rolling. And what's really good, do yourself a huge favor. If you can, either write it down here on here with a Sharpie, or get a little label if you have the little labels, and write your directions. That way, when you got to refill it, you already have everything right there, and you don't have to worry about getting your recipe out. So this recipe calls, you can make pancakes or waffles, either one. You can do 46 pancakes. I got a thing on here, a little label that says 46 pancakes. You use 1 cup of mix, plus 3/4 cup of milk, plus 1 egg, and 1 tablespoon of butter. For the waffles, you want to make 4 to 7 waffles. You do 2 cups of the mix, 1 1/4 of the water, and 1/4 of the egg. And 1 egg, and 1/4 tablespoon of butter. That's if you want to do all that. Of course, you change it to whatever your family's diet is. So the mix itself, to make the entire mix, is 3 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 2/3 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. Hubby and I really like this recipe. Our favorite, if it's store-bought, is Ozark, but that's his favorite. That's not mine. I don't really care for the texture too much about it, but it is what it is. You know what? You do what's best for you. So let me go get my coffee mix. And what I'm going to be doing is, because I have so much of this rice flour, and rice flour is good for baking. So I'm going to be doing, it asks for 3 cups of flour, so I'm going to do 1.5 cups of regular flour, all-purpose flour, and 1.5 cups of rice flour. And that's how I'm going to stretch out using this flour. And I've actually made it already for a few things. I did not like, I did like it. I didn't mind it. It's a little different, but then again, it's rice flour. I'm not used to rice flour. I just bought it mainly for the nutrition and what it does for your system. I'll let you do your own research on that. So look up rice flour and all the benefits of it. I do have like 7 pages on it. As I said, I'm very, my OCD kicks in and it's like, okay. And I got to learn to let that go, but I do. So I have all this stuff. And as my regular viewers know that I print and then I laminate everything. I get these little cheap protectors. That way I protect it. So, because I I'm a messy cook. And I don't want my paper to get printed. And I can always reprint it, but it's like, what's the point when I can just put it on a sheet protector and I'm good to go. So let's see. I've got a close enough measure. I'm not going to measure this exactly to the T. I'm just going to get it close enough because that's good enough for me. So this is 1.5 cups of the rice flour. Okay, let's put that back. That's done. Now we're going to do 1.5 cups of the all-purpose flour. And I store all my flours first when I bring them home from the grocery store or from Azure, wherever it is I ordered it from. I put it in the freezer, and I freeze it for 3 days. That's to kill any bugs that may be out. And then I store it. It always stays stored. All these containers stay stored in the fridge, in my garage fridge. If you're lucky enough to have that, that's great. Try to do that if you can. If not, just do the best you can. Keep it in a cool, dark place, because all flour does get old. And when it gets old, it won't function the way it's supposed to function. So your stuff's not going to rise, stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. That is why I personally, and again, do your own research. This is why I personally like to keep mine. Mine's going to stay in the fridge. And I got these plastic containers strictly for that. Okay. So that flour is done. All-purpose flour is done. Okay, then now we need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So let's get the tablespoon. 1/2 tablespoon. 1 teaspoon. Oh, I think it's in the dish tray. We're just going to do this twice, since it's asking. I should have doubled that up. You know what? I could have doubled that up. Well, let me make one batch, then I'll double it up off camera. Because I like to, when I'm doing these, I like to fill my containers all the way to the top, so I don't have to worry about doing it again. Okay, so we want 2 tablespoons, so we need 4 of these. Because this is 1/2 tablespoon. So that's 1. It's almost time to refill my baking powder jar. That's 3. And that's 4. I'm not going to refill it yet, but it's coming close to that time frame. I like to use almost all my flour, or have a little bit extra, because, and it's always good to, if you can, and usually after every 2 to 3, 3 to 4 times you refilled your containers, once you totally refilled it and it's empty, wash these inside and out, because it's good to have washed jars. Okay. The same thing for your containers. After the 3rd, I would say the 4th or 5th, not the 3rd. I don't know why I keep on saying that. After about the 4th or 5th time you refill this one, and then wash the entire container, make sure it's totally dry, then refill it. Okay, so that's the baking powder, 2/3 cup of sugar. Okay, 2/3 cup of sugar. It's almost time to refill. See what I'm saying? Almost time to refill after all the holiday baking and stuff. 2/3 cup. Let me get my 2/3 cup. 2/3 cup. And again, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to be precise. Close enough is close enough for me. Let me just shake it to make it a little bit level. Yep, close enough. Alrighty. This one goes here. Okay. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. We're going to go ahead and use pink Himalayan salt. Just because I have it. No big reason. You use any salt you want. So it asks for 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. And don't forget, salt does get hard because of the humidity in your area. Every place is different, so. Now the salt I am going to kind of measure. Try to get it as close as possible. Okay, put my lid back on here. And actually, clean table, you could do this. My excess spillage, like I told you, I'm a messy cook, messy baker. Someday I'll be not so messy, but it's not today. Put my lid back on here. And then shake it. Make sure it all mixes very well and it gets all incorporated with each other. Okay. And we are done. Now we're going to go make some pancakes. So I'm going to make some pancakes and I'll bring you back. And then we'll be done with this portion of this video. I'm going to try to make these videos to stay, make sure my goal is to stay under 15 minutes. That's just me. That's just me, Rosa. No reason. That's just my attention span. That's as far as it gets. We'll bring you back. Okay, we're back for the taste test. I like to put peanut butter on my pancakes. So here they are. We'll do a quick little taste test. And see how fluffy? See how fluffy they did rise? And that was with the all-purpose and the rice flour. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, we're on phase 2 of today's chores. Here is my homemade citrus cleaner made with citrus, lemons and limes. I'm practically empty and it's time to make some more because this citrus is getting a little too old. This has been in here about 1.5 years. I don't know the exact date, but I'll put a clip to the video when I made this originally, and that'll show you the full step-by-steps. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transport all this liquid into some mason jars, but I'm going to be going to the kitchen. So we'll bring you back. Okay, so you can see me. Got my little strainer, got my little quart mason jar. I got this strainer in here just in case, but I'm going to put my hand, make sure it's clean hands, to transport the liquid into my jars. And the strainers for it to collect any additional sediments from the peel of the citrus. Okay, all that's done. There's a little bit of peel there, you see that? That's going to go in the garbage. And here's, I got half a quart. Yes, I did spill, but that's okay. I'm good to go with that. So now I'm going to go peel. Excuse me, I'm not going to peel. I'm going to slice those lemons and limes, put them in my jar, put some more vinegar in here, and we'll go to that next phase, okay? Okay, we are back. I sliced all my citrus. We're going to be adding distilled white vinegar. I'm only going to need to add about half a jar. So I'm not going to give you no measurements because it depends on what jar container you're using. Okay. Excuse the reach there. Going to cover this up. Because this is not an airtight seal, that's why I'm putting this parchment paper on top. Just to give it more of a better seal. Because it doesn't really close. Use whatever it is that you have. You know, it is what it is. Now, give it a quick little shake. In 2.5 months, you're ready for a degreaser cleaner. I put this in a little small spray bottle. I keep it right there on my kitchen counter. I have a little wire shelf that I have so it's out of the way. So anytime I'm making anything, and once I've wiped down the kitchen stove and the counters, I spray some of this citrus cleaner on it. It cuts it degreases really well, very, very well, and also it's a sanitizer. So once I'm done, I always wipe all my counters down first. Counters, stove, the whole shebang. You know, take the little grates because I have a gas grill. Get them all there, spray them all out, clean them all out, and then I get my spray and I spray it all over. Then I get my clean cloth, wipe it all down. It smells just a little bit citrus, but then after about 5, more like 10 minutes, the smell goes away. It's totally gone. And I've got a clean kitchen. I've got a sanitized kitchen, and everything's clean. Good to go. So this is step number 2 of refilling stuff that I gotta do. Now we're gonna go to step 3. Okay, we're back. The next one is the shower cleaner. I like this because it really makes a difference, and it helps me not have to sit and scrub for so much. So let me get my... You're going to use about half of distilled white vinegar. And I'm just going to eyeball it because I can see through the container. And then you're going to use about half a Dawn. And I'm just going to squirt this in. I don't like to get Dawn in my funnels, especially when I have a squirter. So you want about, if you don't have anything to true measurements, I've got my little cheat sheet here on my phone. One cup of white vinegar, distilled white vinegar, and then 1/2 cup of Dawn. So that's why I poured a little bit more than half of the white vinegar, because I don't need that much Dawn. It's only half of the Dawn. So it's half of Dawn to 1 part of the white vinegar. Then you're going to shake it all up. Then you're going to squirt your shower, let it sit for a few minutes, and then just rinse it and wipe it down, or use your scrub brush and brush it off. Depending on what kind of tiles that you have, what kind of shower material it is, determines on how much scrubbing, if any scrubbing, you have to do. We have ceramic tile in our bath shower. So on the little grooves of the ceramic caulking, that I do have to ever so often I squirt it on there, and then I get my little brush, and then I scrape it, brush on it, and then I do this right after I've had my shower. So we're good to go. And I do put on there so I know, but hubby and I, it's just me and hubby. We don't have any kiddos. So if you label it, if you have other people going to be using this so they know exactly what it is. And then you're just going to shake it. And then you're going to squirt it on whatever it is that you want to clean. And this is a vinegar and Dawn cleaner, which you can use on several items. It doesn't just have to be the shower. This is good to put in like in your toilet. You know how some males miss when they hit the toilet and you got little everywhere. Squirt some of this on there and wipe it down. And your hubby's looking at me like, he's the only male in our home, so it ain't me. Especially when it splatters like, and in the very back of the toilet, Did you hear? Shut up, shut up. It is what it is. That's just part of life. So I'm just stirring it to make sure the Dawn, you want to shake it every time before you use it. So I just sit there. I just had this sitting in my shower. We're lucky enough that we have a little windowsill that's perfect spot for it. So it's there. And when I see the little bit of scum starting to build up, I just give myself a couple squirts. When I want to really, really clean, I just squirt all the way around. I give 3 levels because it's going to run as it goes because the shower walls are wet and run. And then I just, get my hose and I just spray it down. And we're good to go. So this is my take on a few items of having to refill, so you don't have to worry about it. So take a couple hours, half a day, whatever it is that you have, and start doing some refilling of some stuff. And this one is just my shower cleaner using my Dawn and distilled white vinegar. We thank you so much for watching. We'll get to the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.